done 23 JV wholesale deals in the last 2 years, and not a single one of them went sideways. But I almost lost my first one because I made a mistake that cost new wholesalers thousands of dollars every single day. And in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to structure a JV deal so that you get paid, your partner gets paid, and nobody steals anything from anybody. This video is for you if you have a property under contract but no buyer, or maybe you have a buyer who's ready to close but no deal to give them. Either way, a JV deal or a joint venture is the fastest way to turn that situation into a paycheck. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly when JVing does make sense and when it doesn't, and how to find partners that you can trust, as well as the 6 things your JV agreement must include, and the red flags that should make you walk away. I've been wholesaling now for a little over 9.5 years, and I'm gonna be honest, I wish I had someone who explained JV deals to me this clearly when I got started. Here's what we're gonna be covering. Number 1, what a JV deal actually is and what it isn't. Number 2, when it makes sense. Number 3, how to find JV partners. Number 4, the different split structures. Number 5, what your JV agreement has to include. And number 6, the red flags that should kill a deal before it starts. Now, here's the part that most people skip, and it's why they end up in forums complaining about getting burned. A JV wholesale deal is really simple. It's 2 investors teaming up on a single deal. Usually, one has the contract with the seller, and the other has the buyer who's ready to close, and you split the assignment fee, and that's it. It's not a long-term partnership. You're not starting a business together. You're not forming an LLC. You're just teaming up for one deal. You're closing it out. You're splitting the profits, and you're moving on. I'm an outdoor person, so think of it like this. You've got a fishing rod, but you have no boat, and your buddy has a boat, but no fishing rod. So you team up for one trip. You catch some fish. You split the catch, and the next trip, maybe you go together, or maybe you don't. And I know what some of you are thinking, like, Keith, if I have the deal, why would I give up my half of the fee? And that's a fair question, right? Here's the honest to God answer. If you can't find a buyer, your deal is worth exactly $0. The assignment fee that you're protecting, it doesn't even exist, right? And so half of something is better than all of nothing. And here's what most people don't realize. Finding buyers who actually close is a skill. A good dispo partner with a real buyers list can move your deal in 24, 48 hours, and that's worth something. But here's where a lot of people mess this up, and it cost me $8,000 on my second deal. JVing makes sense in 3 situations and only 3 situations. Number 1, first, you've got a property under contract, but you don't have any buyers in that market. Maybe you're wholesaling virtually, like I was. Maybe you're at a price point that you don't normally work at. A JV partner who has an active buyers list can close that gap for you and put you in touch with a buyer. Second situation is you've got cash buyers asking you for deals, but you don't have anything in inventory right now. Well, partner with somebody who has a signed contract and help them close it. Number 3, you are brand new. You have no idea what you're doing. You want to see how a deal actually closes before you go out and do one on your own. And when you JV with a deal with an experienced wholesaler, really it's not a pay to play type of relationship. This is like a learn and earn. It's an earn as you learn process rather than pay to play process, right? So those are the 3 situations where it does make sense. Now, where does JVing not make sense? Well, if you have a deal and you have buyers who want it, close it yourself. Don't give away half your fee because you're nervous, like push through. I'm wearing the perfect shirt for this. Stop whining and start doing. Finding JV partners is easier than finding deals. Go to your local real estate meetup. Show up, shake some hands. When somebody asks you what you do, tell them you're wholesaling and you're looking for JV partners. You will find them. Go into your Facebook groups. Search your city plus like real estate investing or your city plus wholesaling. These groups, they are full of people looking to JV. You will literally see posts every single day. I have a deal and I need a buyer, or I have buyers, I need deals. People are posting all the time about this. Another spot, people that you've already talked to. go talk to them and that investor who just passed up on your last deal. That doesn't mean that he's no good for all your deals. Go ask him. If he doesn't want it, ask them if they know anybody who might want it. That wholesaler that you met at an event, reach out. Here's the thing that nobody tells you. Not everybody in these Facebook groups are legit, though. Some people, I don't know if I just said Facebook groups or regular groups, but really I meant both groups. Not everybody in these groups is legit. Some people claim to have buyers and they don't. Some people claim to have deals that are absolutely false. And so that's why vetting matters. And I'll show you how to get to that here in just a minute. First, let's talk about the one thing that causes more JV fights than anything else in the world is the split. The standard JV split is 50-50, right? One person brings a deal, one person brings the buyer, even split. But it doesn't have to be 50-50. If one person is doing significantly more work, maybe they're handling the showings, all the buyer negotiations, all the title coordination, right? Basically being a transaction coordinator, you might do a 60-40 or maybe even a 70-30. I personally believe that you should do a 60-40 split. 60 for the acquisition and 40 for the disposition. Why? Because on the acquisition side, you're putting marketing dollars to finding new sellers to get more deals. However, on the buyer side, on the dispo side, you don't really have to find new buyers. Once you have good buyers, you can just recycle the same buyers. So I believe that 60-40 typically is the plain Jane good split. Now there's also the fee on top model. So let's say, just to throw out easy numbers, let's say that you have a deal under contract for $100,000 and you're selling it for $115,000. That's a $15,000 assignment fee. Now, instead of splitting that, your JV partner can add their fee on top. So they sell it for $120,000. You keep your $15,000. They make $5,000. Everyone's happy. Now, here's my rule with this. Agree on the split before anybody does any work and put that in writing. Put it in writing, please. If you are arguing about who's going to split what after a buyer is found, dude, you've already failed. You've already lost. You're too late. This is the most important part of this entire video. A handshake is not a JV agreement. A text message is not a JV agreement. You need a written contract signed by both parties before anybody markets the deal. I promise you, this is what if you take anything from this video, it's going to be this. If you leave this out of the video, you're dead in the water. You're going to get screwed. I've got my JV agreement template linked in the description. If you want to grab it, it's 100% free. Here's what it needs, right? The first thing that you need to put in the parties, legal names, business names, if you're doing this in LLC, contact information, okay? Number 2, you have to put the property, full address, confirmation that one party has the deal under contract directly with the seller. The third thing is you need roles and responsibilities. That's already outlined in my template agreement. Who's marketing the deal, who's handling showings, who's coordinating with a title company, spell everything out. Number 4, what's the profit split going to be? The percentage, the dollar amount, the fee on top, however you're going to do it, write it down. Number 5, the non-circumvention clause. This is super important because this is what protects you. It says that neither party can go around the other to work directly with the buyer or work directly with the seller on this deal or future deals involving these contacts. And without this clause, y'all, your partner could take your buyer and build a relationship with them, and then they cut you out on every deal going forward. Number 6, payment mechanics. This is really important. The best way to handle this is to have the title company cut separate checks to each party at closing. That way, nobody is waiting on their partner to pay them their money. Okay, you both get paid directly. Now, if somebody won't sign a JV agreement, I want you to walk away. If they say, we should just trust each other, walk away. The people who don't want paperwork are the same people you'll be fighting with after the deal closes. Mark my words. Let me run through a couple of red flags, actually, while we're on this topic. If they can't prove that they're under contract, this is a red flag. Ask to see a copy. Let me see the copy of you under contract with the seller. If they won't share it, if they're making excuses, the deal is probably not real. Please hear me when I say this. If they won't sign your JV agreement fee, I've already covered this. No paperwork, no deal. If they claim to have a ton of buyers, but they can't give any specifics, ask them, who closed your last JV deal? Can I verify with the title company? A legit partners can answer this. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of buyers. Okay, cool. Tell me about your last deal. Another red flag is if they have a bad reputation in a local group, either like a physical local group or your virtual, like Facebook group. Ask around, search their name in the Facebook groups, Google them. If people are warning others about that individual, believe them. Another thing is if they're pushing you too fast without providing any details. If they're constantly rushing, a phrase that we would say in the Marine Corps is slow is smooth and smooth is fast. If they're pushing you to move super fast and they're not providing you any details on why, well, realize that real deals have real timelines. Absolutely. But pressure without any substance usually means that something is wrong. Okay. Look, most people in this business, they're good people. They want to close deals. They want to build relationships. Nonetheless, protect yourself every time. It takes 5 minutes to verify somebody, but it takes you months to recover from getting burned. Let's bring this home. JV deals are one of the fastest ways to close your first wholesale deal or your 50th. They let you tap into other people's strengths and other people's networks while allowing you to build your own. And here's what you need to remember from this video. JV, when you've got half the equation, a deal or a buyer, but not both. You can find these partners at meetups. You can find them in Facebook groups. You can find them in your existing network. And always agree on your split before anybody does any work. Okay, that's the most important part. Get that JV agreement signed with a non-circumvention clause in it. Again, I've got my template in the description. Go grab it. Have the title company pay you both directly. Vet everybody, even if they seem legit. And if you do these things, you will close JV deals without any drama at all. I've done 23 of them in the last couple of years. Some of them became repeat partners. Some of them were one and done, but every single one closed cleanly and smoothly because the paperwork was right. Now, if you want to go deeper on wholesaling, how to find deals, how to talk to sellers, how to build a buyer's list, I've got more videos coming. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss them.